Okay, so it is currently September 13th, 2021 at around like 11:30 p.m. I am here. The house is kind of in shambles because we've done a little bit of work on it to this point, but I wanted to make sure that we kind of did a little tour of what the place looks like at this moment. Probably put some other pictures together somewhere in here about the progress so far, which has been kind of minimal. We're just getting started, but I wanted to do a whole tour. How we doing, everyone? MJ's back in with another video here, and as you saw via the intro, this is a special one. This is our 1-year transformation of this home that we purchased last September. Today is September 13th, 2022. Some of the clips that you saw there in that intro and you'll see throughout the video are from exactly 1 year ago today, September 13th, 2021, when we were just first getting started renovating this house. It's been quite the year, to say the least. We've done all the work ourselves with the help of family and friends. We cannot be more happy and appreciative of everything that they did for us. And that's pretty much what we want to do here in this video, is just kind of document what we have done so far, how far we've come. We plan on being here for a little bit more, so you'll definitely see more of these in the future. And you should be following the vlogs. I'll put a link to that first video, the very first vlog. I'll put a link to that in the description, and there's a whole playlist of that if you want to look at anything specific that we do. We're not going to go into super detail in all these different things that we've done. We did a smart home video recently. We got all sorts of stuff going on in this renovation, but we do just kind of want to show you what we've done in general. So we're kind of going to use that very first video as the template for what we're going to go through here today, and let's just see what has changed. So if we're here at the beginning of the house, this is our front door. Door was white initially. It's got some upgraded smart locks and handles and everything. And real quick, I do want to mention that as we were thinking about and going through this whole process here of the whole renovation thing, there is a video, again, I'll put maybe a card somewhere, of like me actually on the computer designing everything. And I just want to throw in this little story here because it's so funny. I built this house out in a program called Home by Me, free online, designing tool. Built it all out pretty much to scale, and then I put in furniture, and I changed the little locks to these handles rather than knobs and everything, and changed all the walls to white. And this was all before we did anything. And people were like, Amanda and family and people were like, it is not gonna look like that when you are done. And it looks like that, and we're done. So I'm just super happy. I mean, the point of me saying all that is just if you have a plan, if you have a vision, you're way better off, and there's a high likelihood that you actually succeed if you know what you want. So obviously the house didn't look like it did back then like it does now, but you just kind of work at it. And then honestly, overall too, I want to throw some numbers and timelines in here as we go. It really only took maybe we were in this house by the beginning of 2022, so maybe only 3 or so months to get the first floor completely renovated, new floor, new paint, new everything. Maybe that's fast, maybe that's slow, I don't know the timelines, but I thought it was pretty fast for all the work that we did. And again, not ever doing this before, I think we did a pretty good job. There were some special projects and things that we threw in there as well, so I thought that was pretty good. Let's keep going, let's talk about the stuff here. This is our front entryway. Obviously all white, black accents, looking beautiful. We have the door to the stairs there as well that you kind of see. The living room here obviously did not look anything like this. We changed the floor out. We were gonna go with the hardwood. We ended up going with the vinyl plank. Beautiful decision. There was a big old AC unit in the wall there. It's gone now. Looks like it was never there. It's beautiful. The shades, just kind of upgraded them to the shades rather than the plastic blinds and stuff. So we decided to put everything over here for mini litter box and the scratchers and everything. That was a great decision. We have our furniture over here in the living room, just from Value City. It's a big sectional, funny story about it. We have the ottoman, we have the chair. Great decision. I gotta give this 100% credit to Amanda. She sat on this furniture in the showroom and she's like, that is the furniture that we want, and it is so comfortable. We highly recommend it. Also, while we're at it, links to everything in the description on my MJS website. Literally have everything listed on there. I'm working on also getting almost more of a visualization thing too. So check it out. They are affiliate links. If you like any of this stuff and you end up buying it through the links, we get a little bit of a kickback, so we greatly appreciate that, supporting the channel. But yeah, if we continue here, we have, again, just more things, you know, little end tables, you know, we get the surround sound, stuff like that. Again, a lot of the stuff we mentioned kind of in the smart home video too, because a lot of it's all integrated. This big TV here on the wall, you know, if you saw in the before and after shots here, this is exactly what we wanted. Exactly, turned out perfectly. Great use of this, you know, huge wall space. Not taking up any of the floor. Really love that. All the wires and everything are tucked behind the TV. All of the electrical and everything we, you know, added into the wall. Got to be happy with that. Also, while we're talking about electrical, this room didn't have any overhead lighting, and now it does. Has 6 lights, all on smart switches, 2 like zones, one for the front, one for the back. Couldn't be happier with actual light in the living room. Don't know why that was never a thing in the 1960s, but super happy about that. If we come over to the kitchen here, I will say the kitchen is probably the part that looks the most like it did before. We haven't really touched the cabinets or the flooring. Flooring definitely needs work. It's kind of just like, you know, old stick down vinyl, which is kind of gross. Some of the stuff comes up occasionally. But the one thing I will say about the kitchen is we have kind of downsized. There's not like a lot of counter space and everything like that, so a little messy over there with the stuff that we got going on. But overall, we're just 2 people living in this house. And, you know, I mean, we kind of actually did some other things. We moved the table, we put the sleeve back in this table. The kitchen is another project that we're gonna tackle. Maybe by next year's transformation video, we will have a fully renovated kitchen. Don't know just yet, but we're really honestly happy with it. I didn't think at first that it was gonna be super conducive. You know, this layout and everything like that. I think there's a better way kind of to lay this out, but for the time being, it has really suited us fine. We upgraded, obviously, we did end up painting in here to make it all match like the wall color, and we put obviously the same shades throughout, so I really like that. You know, I'm kind of a person that really enjoys that cohesion throughout like a home or throughout like anything. You know, I just think that small things like window shades and paint color from room to room, even though like these, you know, we didn't paint the cabinets or anything like that, I really think that it does make the house look better, make it look a little more put together. Even things like, you know, I replaced literally every single one of the outlets and cover plates in this, you know, in this house. So all of them, like all of the light switches, pretty much for the most part, unless they're not smart or look like this, Lutron Caseta. And then all of the outlets and everything are the Decora there. So again, I'm not sure if that really does anything for like resale value or anything like, but if you were gonna sell a home and you had everything kind of similar and consistent like that, I think that people are gonna care a little bit more, maybe not, but I enjoy it, so that's all that really matters. But that is the kitchen there. It's come a long way. It's got a lot more to go, but we are happy with it. So as we mentioned in that first vlog, it's kind of a circular situation here. This is the stairs. If you saw in that first video, obviously nothing was white, nothing had the black accents. Looks absolutely beautiful now. We have our pantry. We've upgraded our pantry as well. We painted the shelves, actually we got new shelves. We put little liners on them. We painted everything white, again, to match. Could probably spruce it up a little bit more. Kind of want to do a lot more down here with storage, but I just quite frankly have not had the time or wanted to do that just yet. But that has also came a long way. Very happy with that. If we spin around and do our famous hallway shot here, I mean, this is just, I can't really put this into words. It might not look like much, and we definitely should have painted that, but I had a different idea for that. We wanted to replace that. One day we'll get to that. But honestly, I mean, like this hallway, just so much happened in just such a small space here. There used to be a small ceiling fan there. We changed that out for an LED light. We put a Nest Protect up there. Like I said, we wanted to change that thing out, didn't get to that yet. But just the look and feel of this hallway here, especially when all the doors are closed and all you just see is like white doors, black handles, black floor. I just really like it. We got the Nest Learning Thermostat 3rd generation down there. And then on the left there, we have we have Lutron Caseta, we have a blank thing, which is a funny story. And then we have a light switch for the attic light. Again, not much, but when you're a homeowner and you like do all this stuff yourself, and you kind of like see what it looks like ultimately at the end. I'm really happy about it based on what it looked like before and how far we came on this part specifically. I don't know why the hallway is so specific to me, but yeah, we have the the linen closet there. We have the bathroom here. Again, didn't do too much in the bathroom and kitchen. Huge renovation spots, obviously. We do have to do something about that little hole in the ceiling there. That's not great, but we did paint everything. However, obviously all the ceiling and the walls there are all white. They used to be some sort of beige cream color. But like I was talking about in the kitchen, even though we didn't renovate those spaces, just the consistency of the paint color, even though it's just white in our case, I really like it. I like a constant theme throughout the house. I like this monochromatic thing that we got going here. I'm just really happy about it in general. So I like the way that it turned out here. Let's take a look now at the master bedroom, which is, again, quite a funny story. This is actually Minnie and Amanda's room. That is really what it turned out to be. Sometimes, you know, you can plan and you can plan, you can lay things out and you have an idea, and then, you know, ultimately kind of changes a little bit. So Minnie, our lovely cat, Amanda's had Minnie for, I don't know, 12 some years, I don't know. She moved in with us. Obviously you saw her area in the living room there, and they sleep together. They slept together on this bed in the other room when Amanda's family lived in this house. And you'll see, you know, the office situation here in a second, but this is Amanda and Minnie's room, quite frankly. I can't tell you the last time I slept in here. They just, that's their spot there. And but I will say though that the way that we laid this out and everything like that, I'm really quite in love again with the way that we did this. Just the small little details. Again, you know, consistency in the paint, in the shades and everything like that. Furniture that Amanda and I believe her mom picked out at, I believe this came from Ashley Furniture. Again, links in the description and everything. Same thing with the mirror there, nice little touch. Little painting of Minnie, painted by one of our friends, Rachel. And you know, a little bit of other decor and stuff. This fan here, changed that out. That was an older, I don't know, some, you know, Hampton Bay type fan or something like that. I think this one's a Hunter now, if I'm not mistaken. I have a whole video on it. You have to check it out. Smart fan, smart light switch. Talk about that in the smart video. Nice little closet nook type thing that Amanda's parents put together, and really works out well for her. That's a whole closet to herself. She gets the drawers, racks, and everything. Super happy about, again, how these dual nightstands on either side came out. So I put these in. These are like floating nightstands. We were really excited about these. We didn't want to have furniture like on the floor. Hello, Minnie. You know, we didn't want to have like a whole thing here. And this is perfect because just one little drawer, and you know, it's, I don't know, it's just great. It was pretty easy to install. We got them all centered up again with the queen bed here. And yeah, I mean, not a crazy amount to report per se. There's not like a lot going on. But again, I mean, I really think that that is the theme of this house. The renovation in general is minimalism and concision and cohesiveness, really. You know, kind of like a theme throughout, at least on the first floor. We'll talk about downstairs when we get there. But yeah, I mean, you know, just kind of the essentials and make it look, you know, all like it's in the same house, I guess, is kind of like the way that I thought about it. So let's move over here into the office. This is kind of my spot, okay? I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of how it is. That is the bed that I slept on for several years at my parents' house. We brought that over here just in case we needed it, and it turns out that I sleep in here every night, which is not a big deal to me. I enjoy it most of the time. I'm working on this beast over here until, I don't know, 1, 2 a.m. sometimes. So we're working on that. And then obviously some of this other stuff was from, had that at my parents' house as well. We got Amanda this beautiful little setup here that she uses infrequently, but it's kind of cool. Little standing desk. She's got her MacBook there. We got a printer that we rarely use. And she's got a chair, you know, kind of whole little setup here if she wanted to do a little, you know, business work or whatever. But again, I wanna, like, I mean, again, maybe somewhere in here I'll put the B-roll. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna lay it out exactly, but this was Amanda's room when she lived here, and now it looks totally different. And again, just me, you know, I haven't seen that initial vlog. I hadn't seen in, you know, a year, and then I just looked at it today, right before filming this to try to get some of the angles and stuff. I mean, it's kind of crazy how far we came and how different everything looks. So I'm happy that we're doing this. I'm happy that we're documenting everything. But yeah, I mean, there was, you know, just different stuff everywhere. Nothing is the same, really. No paint, no window treatments, no floor, like everything is different. I think it all looks great. I'm super happy with the way that it came out. And that pretty much rounds out the upstairs. So let's go take a look at what we have done downstairs. We will go ahead and do the exact same thing we did in that first video, just for, again, consistency. Need some light on the steps. It's terrible. But the first thing that you will see, obviously, is this does not look anything like it did before. All the carpet and everything like that is completely gone out of this like living game room area space. We took some of the wall part out there. We took some of the paneling out there on the right. If you've been watching the vlogs, you kind of know everything. I'll just give you the 50,000 foot view here of what we are trying to do slowly but surely, because we don't really live down here that much. We're just two people. We pretty much hang out upstairs. This is gonna be like a gym area. That's the idea. That's been the idea from day one. We got some stuff over here that this is kind of like our Facebook marketplace or just giveaway stuff. We don't want any of the things in this corner here, so it's either gonna get thrown away, sold, or given away. We have some things over here, obviously the shoes and stuff like that, because we go in and out through this door. That's the stuff literally for the gym space if we ever get to that point in here. But yeah, I mean, generally that's kind of where we're at right here. We made some changes. We need to kind of, seal up a couple things with the block, the foundation there and everything like that. There was some little bit of water issues kind of before we lived here that are still existing to some sort of degree. But the point here is to kind of summarize in this first basement area here is it's gonna be a gym, but I'm gonna basically obviously I ripped the ceiling out. There's like a lot of stuff here to do. It's kind of just been put on hold because we've been busy with other things, but effectively it is it's like gonna be the living room, but down here, and turn it into a gym. So new lighting, kind of different type of wall treatment thing. Probably gonna do something different with the floor, obviously, not just leave it cement. I don't know, but you gotta watch the vlogs to continue to see what we're gonna do there. So if we slide over into the garage here, we'll take a look. We have downsized. We took a lot of the shelving off of the walls and everything like that. There was a huge bench over here that I destroyed. It's still kind of a mess because we're kind of in the middle of some projects and things like that. I got to figure out a better way, because my intention was to take those shelves off the wall, take that bench out of there, probably put a new bench, some sort of small bench there to do some work on if I ever need to do these projects like this. But I want to put things back on the wall, right? I want to put like, any sort of shovels or anything like that, anything that I can do, like to increase storage space, because I do want Amanda to park in here at some point, because she hasn't yet, but got to do all that. But again, it's a garage. I have plans for it, but it's not super high on the priority list. So that's kind of where we're at. But again, I'm always happy when we can kind of downsize. We can make the clutter look a little less. This looks cluttered, but I assure you that it was kind of more cluttered with things going on everywhere that we had before. And occasionally, things get messy, and then you clean them up. So I'm super happy about that. Again, there are some cool smart features that we kind of built into this garage. There's one you can kind of see there on the door. This is actually a Hue Phillips bulb. There is a Google Nest Mini over there. Watch the smart home video if you want to see all that sort of stuff. But yeah, garage is coming together slowly but surely as well. If we spin over here, there's literally not much done here at all, other than adding a bidet, which you should have bidets on all your toilets. Watch the videos on the bidets on the bidet installation if you're interested in that. But yeah, not too much going on here in the bathroom, pretty much just kind of the same, working on that as well. Again, you can see a constant theme down here in the basement where there's not a whole heck of a lot going on. We have made some adjustments. Obviously, this laundry room is a little more downsized. There's less things in here. We got some like hockey clothes and stuff like that organized on the floor, but there was like a treadmill in here before in the last video and like a big piece of furniture, and we took all that out. We have some more ideas just to kind of consolidate. Obviously, we have, this is just, where we do the laundry, so I wanted to kind of be efficient with the flow of that. But yeah, I mean, added that little, what's it called there, little paper towel holder, just kind of little things in these areas. Got some big plans, but we're working on it. But over here though, we have the podcast studio. Hey, studio lights on.
Okay, turning 3 lights on.
So this is, again, if you remember from the first video, we have a little room in our house that was like a third bedroom or just like a, I don't know, junk room or something like that. And we have converted it. There's some stuff in here before. We've converted it into a podcast studio. It is not done by any means. We have a ton more thoughts and ideas to go and implement in this space. But we do have kind of the bare essentials. We have the lighting. Obviously we have the filming equipment, stuff like that. We have even 2 more of these arms and mics and everything like that. I did a whole video on mobile podcasting setup. You should check that out. I'm gonna do a whole video when this space is done on our standalone, you know, in one place type of podcast studio setup. We're super excited about this. I cannot wait to sit back down again with Amanda and with guests on FBP and just chat. And I'd love to do it in our house, and I'd love to do it right here because it's gonna be so much better that I don't have to set up all the equipment and everything like that. We've got a lot of ideas, but again, in this room so far, you know, just look for upcoming updates. Floor's getting changed, the walls are getting painted, that thing's getting, that wall is getting boarded up, or the window's getting boarded up. It's gonna look great, you know. And then we have our little crawl space over here. We're gonna cover that up with like, I don't know, just like a sheet or something, like a little curtain. It's gonna look awesome. So we're super happy about it, super happy about how far this has came, you know, just in general, and we're excited for what's to come specifically in this space. But also, that is pretty much all of the downstairs. Let's talk about the exterior a little bit, because we have made some changes. We've had some great help from buddies of ours, and it's looking so much better and so much easier to maintain now than it did when we first moved in. Okay, so we are outside. Let me give you a couple highlights of the things that we did. We had a buddy of mine and his company, Mark's Multiple Landscaping, take out. There was some shrubbery here. I'll put you some like before and after shots obviously on the screen, but we had some shrubbery here. I didn't want to have to deal with that. I much rather prefer just cutting grass. So that was all taken out of there. That's brilliant. We have a little bit of a mess going on here right now, but our boys are gonna come back and take care of all this. Can't wait to show you what this is gonna look like, just a solid grass hill here without any of this garbage and stuff here. This used to be like a garden area. Obviously it's kind of overgrown now, but if you're watching the vlogs, you know that I took out this like cobblestone wall here that was all like you kind of holding this together. Took that out by myself with a sledgehammer and a pickaxe, sold all those blocks, and in preparation for this next bit of the you know, exterior renovation here, which is gonna make this all grass, make this so much easier to maintain. It's gonna be beautiful, super happy about that. Same type of thing is gonna happen over here. There was a bush down there. They got, the boys took that out for us. Straight up this whole side here is gonna be kind of the same exact look and feel. It's gonna be just grass. Up here, we're gonna take this tree out, we're gonna take that tree out. This is kind of like, I don't understand what the deal was here. It's kind of like a little weird garden area. I like grass, not gardens. So it's gonna be all grass here, gonna be easy for me to maintain. Same type of thing going up here. I think that bush is gonna come out too. Just all grass. It's gonna be real easy. Take a lawnmower, 3 swipes up and down. It's gonna be beautiful. Some more things that we kind of want to do. I think at some point here, we'll probably get this driveway kind of resealed. It's looking a little rough. There's, you know, grass and shit growing through it, but we'll deal with that when the time comes. Garage door needs painted. Added that beautiful little Nest cam with floodlight there. That was a great addition to it. We have a trash can sitting right here right now, but recently actually there was a little flower pot, just kind of like just extra bricks. Took those out, they're in that thing right now. We have a gentleman coming to brick up the side of the house where the that AC unit was on the side of the house. It's literally just still kind of like a hole with like a board over it. We need to brick that up. So we didn't really need this. I was kind of just chilling there for no reason. So we took the bricks out, and hopefully that's enough bricks to get that job done. And then right here, kind of an idea just kind of for the future, hopefully manifesting it. We just have these like little random blocks here. At some point, I think that pad looks really nice, that concrete, but maybe like redo just this section here now because it's a little weird. You know, just kind of an idea there that I have spewing around in my head. But yeah, something like that. We have this nice grill that we inherited, flat top from Amanda's family. We've literally only used it one time. We should have used it more this summer, but it's fantastic. We're just too lazy to come down and bring the food and like actually do it all down here, but that's great. Still haven't fixed this little thing that hopefully doesn't fall one day, but probably should have fixed that this summer because it's getting kind of hollowed out by goddamn birds, but we'll deal with that pretty soon. One little thing obviously on the back, I kind of want to just take a quick look at this because I'm really happy with the way this turned out. We got this nice little black runner carpet here that fits this French door thing exactly. Again, even like the outside right now, we want to do a lot more with the outside of the house, but right now, like even this aesthetic, I don't know what's kind of going on over here, but these are just dummy locks anyway. The right side there, or the left side rather, we have the same you know, fingerprint lock and handle. We have Nest doorbells on the front and back of the house. Just super happy again with all the stuff that we've done here. And then yeah, on the side of the house, we cleaned it up a little bit. There is definitely more work to do, but let's check out the front of the house. All right, so in the front of the house here, a couple things that we've done. We definitely cleaned up the side of the house a lot. There was some stuff going on there, extra little boxes and things like that that we took off because we took out all the coax cable. We don't have cable, we don't have home phone, just cleaned that up a ton. Happy with the way that that came out. Right here, we have this little like retaining wall type thing that I've just decided that I'm just gonna kind of take out and see what happens because the bricks are, the blocks are basically disintegrating anyway. So we're working on that. It's probably gonna end up either being a new retaining wall or just somehow let this slope down. I'm not exactly sure just yet, but the front of the house has changed significantly from that day that I filmed this a year ago. There was a huge ass tree right here in the front of our house, and I was literally afraid that it was gonna fall on the house, and it was also making the gutters really dirty, and like the neighbor's gutters really dirty. So we're super happy that Mark and his team took that out because it was literally sky high. So we're digging out like the root and everything like that, but also like just the roots from a big tree like that kind of messed up the pad and the walkway here. So kind of lifted that up. At some point we're gonna get that taken care of as well. Basically kind of just ripped out and kind of like cut out all like the little ivy there. Obviously it's growing back a little bit, but probably next summer we're gonna have the guys come out and do like some front, underneath the windows here, like landscaping, maybe some rocks, couple of trees. Again, low maintenance, but something like that. I'd love to paint this house at some point, just to make it look a little different than the orange brick. Took out a little bush over here as well, a couple little bushes up front. But I'm happy with the way that the front of the house ultimately is looking, based on kind of what we wanted. And again, there's some videos that kind of show some renders of what we ultimately want the whole thing to look like. But we're definitely well on our way, and it's looking a lot better. And again, just things like a huge tree getting taken out, that's almost more of a safety thing in my opinion. So I'm happy with that. And again, we're just gonna keep on going here. All right guys, that has been our 1-year transformation video of our first home. It's been a heck of a ride so far. Obviously we've done a lot of work. We got a lot more to do. And we cannot thank you guys enough for coming along this journey with us. And we're excited to continue on it with you. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. But other than that, that's all we got for now. So thank you guys so much as always. We greatly appreciate the support, and we'll talk to you in the next one.